Welcome back to the second half of Newsbreak Live, and joining me is Senior Public Affairs Specialist from AAA, Doug Shupe. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
Good afternoon, Hibah. Thanks for having me in here today.
Great, and with summer in full swing, I'm sure AAA has been very busy helping out travelers, and I want viewers to really get to know all the services that the organization has to offer.
Well, we really appreciate this opportunity because, as you said, AAA, the Auto Club of Southern California, really can help people get from their driveway to their destination and get back home safely, conveniently, save them money, and we're with them the entire way. The Auto Club of Southern California offers various travel planning services, insurance services. Of course, if you're taking a road trip, roadside assistance, that's probably what we're most commonly known for, but a lot of people don't realize, if you're a AAA member, just showing your AAA card can get you all sorts of discounts at various retailers, restaurants, hotels, all across the country.
And if you're not a member, you can still get some of these perks too, which is very interesting.
Yeah, if you want some ideas for where to go to take that last summer trip, or perhaps where you're going to go for Labor Day, or even looking ahead, it's really best to plan a vacation the season before. So really right now you should be thinking about fall travel or even holiday travel. Stop into your nearest Auto Club branch and talk with a travel agent. It's free to do so, and we have more than 80 branch offices all across Southern California. Of course, we have the one here in Torrance on Hawthorne. And just talk with a travel agent about the different options that are out there. Of course, if you're a member, you're going to get additional bonuses. You're going to get free maps and tour books, all different kinds of cool stuff. And then, of course, you're going to get some of those benefits of being a member, which will include special pricing on vacation packages, whether it's a cruise, whether it's a hotel, or some other type of destination where you're looking at going. Talk with our travel agents. They're going to know the best way to save you money.
How many Americans are expected to hit the road this summer or get on a flight to maybe take a small trip? I know AAA has some statistics.
Yeah, it's been a busy summer so far. In fact, according to a survey that was done at the beginning of the year, about 70% of Americans plan to take a summer trip. And what we saw over the 4th of July holiday, for the first time ever here in California, the number of people traveling over the 4th of July weekend exceeded 5 million people just in that 5-day travel period. Now, here in Southern California over the 4th of July holiday, 3.1 million people were traveling just in that 5-day period. What that really shows us is people are feeling more confident about the economy as a result of rising wages, lower unemployment. They're feeling more comfortable about spending that discretionary income on travel and really making it a priority to spend time, carve out time to spend with friends and family and take that destination, whether it's a road trip to Northern California or even a cruise down to Mexico or some other type of destination, maybe Hawaii or even Europe. People are traveling, and it's really great to see that.
And sometimes planning a trip can be overwhelming, especially if a large family. So what are some basic tips you can offer our viewers, whether it's hitting the road or whether it's getting ready to board a plane?
Well, it really depends on the vacation that you're going to take, right? If you're going to take a road trip, you really want to make sure that the car or the truck that you're taking on that road trip is in good working order. Now, across the summer, AAA anticipates coming to the roadside rescue during this summer alone for 7 million drivers. The primary reasons will be for dead batteries, flat tires, and people locking themselves out of their vehicles. So the best thing that you can do is really give your car a good look over. Make sure that it's in good working order. Pull that owner's manual out of the glove box and follow it very closely. Make sure that it's being maintained according to the vehicle manufacturer recommendations. If you need a little help before that next road trip, maybe perhaps before you leave for Labor Day, visit one of the AAA approved auto repair shops.
Okay.
Now, we have this free public service. The AAA approved auto repair shops meet and maintain the very highest professional standards, and you can find one near you simply by going to AAA.com/repair. And those folks at that auto shop will know exactly how to get your car in good working order to make sure that you're not going to have a breakdown on the roadway. Now, if you're planning to fly for your next trip, of course you want to take some simple steps to make sure that you're packing what is allowed to be on the airplane and you're allowing yourself plenty of time to get through that security, those security checkpoints. You know, at least 2 hours if you're traveling domestically, but allow yourself even more time, at least 3 hours if you're taking an international flight.
And there's few, different steps that you mentioned to me, make sure your bank credit cards are, they're well aware that you're traveling, that you make multiple photocopies of your passport. Anything else?
Yeah, those are great suggestions, because you really do want to make actually 2 photocopies of all of your travel documents. Leave one at home with your family or your friends, and then take the other copy with you and put it in a different location than where you're storing the originals. So maybe you put the originals in your suitcase and store the extra copy in your carry-on. Definitely call your bank to make sure that your credit cards are going to be working in the countries that you're traveling to. Let them know you're going to be using those cards so that they don't block them. Also, call your cell phone provider to make sure that you have a plan that's not going to cost you a bunch of money unexpectedly when you get to that destination. Some other things, of course, you want to call the Postal Service to make sure that they suspend your mail temporarily while you're away. You want to register with the embassy wherever you're traveling to. You want to do some other things like, of course, pack enough medications, let people know where you're traveling, where you're going to be each night of your vacation, and also talk with your Auto Club travel agent, because they're going to have all of this information and make it as easy as possible so you don't really have to think about anything. They're going to give you step-by-step instructions of what you need to do so that you have a safe, an efficient, and a fun vacation.
And since you brought up the travel agent, many people, when they think of AAA, they think of roadside assistance, towing, but there are so many other services like you mentioned earlier. What can a travel agent do for a customer compared to maybe a travel agent from a different organization? What's the difference?
Well, the great thing about working with an Auto Club travel agent is these folks are very experienced and knowledgeable. They've been to the destinations where you're going.
Which
they
I think
travel
is key.
Yeah, if you want to, say you're planning a vacation with some teenagers, talk with an Auto Club travel agent about what type of activities will be appropriate, will be fun for your teens. You don't want to take your teens on a long vacation, to have them not enjoy it. So talk with the Auto Club travel agents, because they can help you customize your vacation for every member of the family so that it's going to be a worthwhile and memorable trip for everybody. Of course, they can help you out with travel insurance, other insurance, your auto insurance, but going into your branch office, you're going to really be able to plan that vacation ahead of time, and it's going to save you money, because being a member, you're going to get that special pricing on some of those vacation packages.
Tell me a little bit more about personalized traveling and literally having an itinerary from once you arrive to your destination. Why is that key to traveling?
Well, the best thing about working with travel agents, and a AAA survey found that the vast majority of Americans actually do appreciate working with the travel agent, because they save them time by, it's one thing to go online and search yourself, but when you're talking with someone who's been there, they can offer you that face-to-face personalized experience. And then also the great thing about having a travel agent, as we talked about, planning is key to any vacation, but you can't plan for everything. Something could go wrong. Well, if you're away and you've worked with an Auto Club travel agent, they can jump in there right away and fix things and get you, if you need to go to a different location or a different accommodation, they're there on the ground. They're there to help you while you're away, and they can take care of any kind of challenges that may arise while you're on your vacation. And that's one of those reasons why so many people still enjoy working with travel agents.
So many great services AAA offers. What is the mission for viewers tuning in now who may not know what AAA is or are interested in becoming a member?
Well, we have been an advocate for travelers since the very early days, the early 1900s. We were there to help get the first roads and the first signs and make sure that automobile travel was safe for folks, and we're there today to make sure that people taking those road trips or taking those flights are going to have safe and enjoyable experiences. Of course, we are also traffic safety advocates, not just for travelers, but for teen drivers, those new teens that are out there on the road. We offer free Dare to Prepare classes. They're free classes throughout Southern California, which help teens understand the graduated driver licensing laws. We also do special events and free car fits for senior drivers to make sure that they're a good fit for their car. You know, we show them what the recommended settings are for their steering wheel and their mirrors and their headrests to make sure that they're going to be a good fit for that vehicle and be safe and comfortable on the roadway. So, you know, certainly traffic safety advocacy is huge for the Auto Club, whether it be distracted driving, impaired driving, drowsy driving. We're out there making sure that people understand what the challenges are, because we want everybody to hit the road safely and return home safely.
That's key. And if you want to become a member, what are the membership fees? I know you spoke about some of the benefits, but tell me about that.
Well, for as little as $49 a year, you can become an Auto Club member, $20 one-time fee to join. And then, you know, if you're an Auto Club member at that starting level for about 3 months, then you can upgrade. You can get additional mileage for your tows. Really, this membership pays for itself, though. If you pull out that Auto Club card and you use it at retailers, you get discounts at hotels, you get discounts at restaurants. You can pay for your membership in a matter of, you know, just months. And so then of course, you've got all of the free maps that are available, and you got the roadside assistance. So, you know, it really does. It's best to go on to AAA.com and look at all of the different products and services that we offer, or stop into your nearest branch office here in Torrance, there on Hawthorne, and talk with folks about, you know, the values of being a membership. Our members are like our family members. They've been with us for decades. They're very proud to show the number of years on their card that they've been a member. And we love that, because we love that we can provide these types of services for folks year after year. And, you know, they tell their friends about it, and they tell their kids about it. You know, I mean, I remember when I first got introduced to AAA. It was as a teen driver, and of course, you know, my parents got it for me, and I had a vehicle breakdown on the side of the road, and here all these years later, we're still here, you know, helping those members that are stranded on the road, and also helping them have safe and fun travels all across the country and the world.
Safety does come first. So.
It does, yeah. Safety is always critical, you know, so we always, you know, talk about safety, but we want people to have fun as long as they do it safely.
Well, Doug, thank you so much for joining me. You've definitely got me in the mood to travel with all the summer traveling tips. And anyone can just go to AAA.com and find, there's videos and there's brochures, and everything is online, right?
Yeah, everything is online, whether it be, you know, you're looking for, you know, insurance products, or you're looking for travel destinations that are available. You can go under travel, under the membership page. You've got all kinds of information about, you know, the DMV services that are offered in our Auto Club branches. Everything really is on that one-stop shop website, AAA.com. Or, not all of us are online all the time. You can simply go to your mobile device and download AAA Mobile. And this is great because you can get all of our products and services right there in the palm of your hand. You can download it for free for your iPhone, your Android, or your iPad device. And if you're a member and you need roadside assistance, you can actually track the tow truck from your mobile app.
Oh, wow, that's neat.
Yeah, so everything's right there in your mobile device. And so we encourage folks to go ahead and download that. Also, anybody can download it and actually get information on the cheapest gas prices wherever you are. So if you're, say, taking a trip maybe to Sacramento or to San Francisco, all along your route, you can find the cheapest gas prices on the AAA mobile app. We just, of course, encourage everybody to use that app when they're not driving.
Of course, no texting and driving.
No texting while driving, absolutely.
Okay, well, Doug, it was a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Have a great night.
You too.
And as Doug mentioned, you can go to AAA.com for more information. There's a AAA office right here in Torrance, located at 23001 Hawthorne Boulevard. If you want any more information, you can also give them a call. Well, that does it for Newsbreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. And don't forget to tune into the Torrance City Council meeting, which they're actually having a night off tonight. So for Facebook and Twitter users, use #NewsbreakLive. Have a great night.